The Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters.
This tells how high the stucco needs to stop. Electrical wires coming to the panel. We are having the frame inspected. So this is how the pest control can pump in their chemicals. We have a lot of drywall. We have shingles on the roof. You want to cover your mouth? You don't want to breathe in insulation. We have insulation on this entire wall. See that? Insulation. You probably can find another company that could do gutters for you. Let's take a look at some progress. This is how we get the shape for the exterior of the home when we're applying stucco. Electrical wires coming to the panel. This will have drywall around it. This is the sheetrock. The sheetrock is applied to the studs. That's how you close up the walls. We're currently in the phase where we are having the frame inspected. So all the framing that you see has to undergo an inspection. They want to make sure that when you're putting electrical wires through these frames and you're cutting holes, we still have to get this moved over, that the integrity of the frames and the studs, the load bearing, are still holding its integrity. Notice there's a green wire here. This green wire connected to this blue attaches to the outside of your home. The purpose of this is there's tiny, tiny holes. You can't see, but there's microscopic holes through all of these green wires. The purpose is for termites. Notice the green wire goes all the way around. So this is how the pest control can pump in their chemicals so that the chemicals can secrete throughout the home, especially in these wet areas. That's something new that luxury home builders are starting to add as an important feature. We have a lot of drywall. Look at all this sheetrock. You see? 1/2 inch by 12 feet. So it's a 1/2 inch thick sheets, 12 feet long. We're about to seal it up. Covers on the electrical outlets. This is how we make sure we seal things up, like the tar on the outside, especially with the gas lines. Upstairs, more drywall in each room. There's gonna be insulation. Remember I showed you the Pink Panther that was in the garage? They take the insulation and stuff it, staple it in between these studs. Then you take the drywall and you like a sandwich. You put on top to keep the insulation. That helps with extreme temperatures, so it's not super hot, not super cold, and not super hot, not super cold, as well as noise. Help absorb noise as well. You see these tubes here? These tubes give you the ability to fish wires down from the top to the bottom. So as you're building a home, think through functionality. Walk through several homes and try to get an understanding of what you would like to see in your house so that when you're in this phase, it'll be a lot less costly because you'll know I would like to have a TV hung, but I don't want them to see the wires. So you need to put the tube in here in the beginning. So you have a TV here, wires are hidden in the walls and then pop out at the bottom. So that's how they do that. Otherwise you have to have the exterior wire cover that you stick to the wall that looks white. Some people like it, I hate it. It's just, I cringe. I'm like, man, I wish you just put that inside the wall. Security cameras, Wi-Fi, all of that is gonna be housed in here. Looks very similar to an electrical panel, but this is more like for your AV and things of that nature. I'm really gonna love this house. your cans, all your lighting, everything's in place. More to come. My spin. We have shingles on the roof. See, right here, you can touch it. Shingles. Shingles protect the roof. There are no gutters on the roof because this builder charges extra to put gutters on the roof. Some of you say, well, what's a gutter? I'll show you. Gutter are the little pipes that's on the side so that as water comes down, it catches in the gutter. See that white fascia that's there? Your gutters will be along there. Water runs off the roof into the gutter to the end of the house. A little pipe drain down and it forces the water out in one specific direction. Without gutters, you have water just coming off the roof, hitting the ground consistently, and it can cause issues. There could be erosion to your foundation. Gutter, pipe. Spit out. Should be in that. You can have foundational issues if you don't have gutters. So gutters are very important. So the question is, well, Darius, why don't we get gutters then? You should. You just don't overpay for gutters. And if you go through a builder, you're going to overpay for gutters unless it's included with the house. This specific builder says, hey, do you want gutters? Well, here's the gutter package. You probably can find another company that can do gutters for you. And if you have trees over your house, I highly recommend that if you have a lot of trees, you get the gutters that have it's like a vent, like a, what do you call those things? It's like a mesh. It's like a mesh top grill that goes on the top of the gutter lining if you building a house that have trees so that the leaves don't get stuck in the gutter. Because when leaves get stuck in gutters, it's an issue. It's problematic. You have to get in there and clean it out. You just don't want to deal with that. But thank God there are no trees around this home because all the trees are down this cliff. So nothing but open sky. So there's no need to spend the extra money for gutter protectors because there will be no leaves falling inside the gutter, especially with a house this tall. Yep. Oh man, had to change. You know what I mean? You can't rock the Travis olives on construction site.
Yeah, boy.
I'm a sneakerhead. All right, let's do some more updates. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. We've got windows in. We've got some insulation in. You see this? This trim. This is where stucco is gonna go. So this tells how high the stucco needs to stop. So they'll mud all of this stucco down below and they'll stop at this trim because above here, they're gonna have board batting and some other things. You can do siding, etc. But that's how they help frame it and they know where to stop it. So this will actually make a shape. A stucco shape will come out of that. Here is your insulation. Now, historically, this type of insulation, you want to cover your mouth. You don't want to breathe in insulation, especially if it's fiberglass, because you don't want fiberglass to get in your lungs. I should have wore a mask, but I didn't. So here we go. This side is fine. This side is paper. Other side, that's the fuzzy side. I mentioned to you before, we moved the water lines from this side to that side. Now we have the ability to do a dryer up top, a wash machine down below. What happened? We used this T-pipe, switched the T-pipe from this side, that's where the existing hole was, made another hole on this side, still kept the integrity of the board, boom, boom, hot, cold, electrical, now we're ready. The reason why you want to consider doing a stack is so that in your home, you can have more space. It really maximizes laundry space. And try to get the biggest ones you can. That way you have the ability to wash comforters that are king size or queen size comforters, but it has already passed inspection, the framing, Not sure what's going on there, but hey, that's why we're here, right? So that's done. And this is a big drain pipe, as you can see, bringing down toilets and any other type of waste will come from there. We got windows. We had to the windows. Why? Because we made these windows larger. So we cut the windows to make them bigger, let in more natural light. This window, that window was also cut. As you can see before, used to be here. So we added more black tar to weatherproof our electrical outlets over there. And we have insulation on this entire wall. See that? Insulation, back-sided paper. You saw on the other side how it had this foam, right? This little white, hairy little stuff. So everything inside has been insulated. See how the electrical plugs come out? There's insulation. And you know, inside we have the studs in between. So we've done all of the exterior wall. We've done all the walls that are touching the exterior so far on the bottom and some on the top. I believe we ran out of insulation. That's why they stopped insulating. Got to order more. But that is what temperature regulates your home. If you have good insulation, whether it's fuzzy like this or it's the spray foam, there are lots of different type of ways people do insulation, but insulation, that's what helps your home. I'm covering my nose because I don't want to breathe in this stuff. As you can see, check me out. Looks like Christmas. Looks like snow. And so they're going to close this insulation up with the drywall. These boards right here. We're going to dry it all up. Looking good. Got windows. Windows. We have one window to go, and it's that one.
Thanks again for watching The Sanders Financial, where we talk money matters because money matters.